let's talk about abs and genetics. And I'll bet you didn't know this about abs. Whether you have a 4 or a 6-pack, an 8-pack, or even a 10-pack, that is purely based on genetics. You cannot grow a 6-pack if you were born with 4. You can't get a 10-pack from doing more core exercises. I'm sorry to break it to you. The amount of splits across, you are born with that. That is purely based on genes. So you can't increase how many splits across you have. What we all do have, the same 4 main muscle groups that make up your abdominal muscles as a whole. You have your transversus abdominis, which is the inner layer of your abs. It's gonna go behind what you see on the front. You're gonna have your rectus abdominis, which is what's gonna give you that front of the core, which is where you're gonna see how many packs you have. You're gonna have your obliques, your outer and your inner obliques as well, which basically stretch back here and attach down here. Now, what else is genetic about the abs? If your abs are not symmetrical like this, they don't line up on the same line, that is purely genetic, and a lot of people don't have symmetrical abs. How deep this pit that runs between the two sides of your core is also genetic. So some people just have a deeper pit here, and there's not much you can do about whether or not your abs are close together or more spread out from the left and the right side. Now, whether you have a 4, 6, 8, 10-pack symmetrical, asymmetrical abs has no role in how strong your core is. It is purely aesthetic and how they look. How strong your core is gonna depend on how much work you put into it. You can train your abs for hypertrophy with specific types of training. So you can actually make your ab muscles bigger and blockier if you do specific types of exercises. But if you want your abs to show, you're obviously gonna need a lower percentage of body fat, because if you've got a fat layer here that's covering them up, even though they're still there, you're not gonna be able to see them. So make sure your body fat is low enough to where you can see the abs. Now, if you can see some of your abs, or you even can't see it, but you don't have too much belly fat here, there is a trick to figuring out how many splits across you have. So what you can do is, if you can actually feel your ab muscles with your fingers, you can run them down until you feel your fingers kind of get caught in another pit, and then you can feel where that next split is, even if you can't see it yet. So you run your fingers down again, you can feel if there's a split there. For example, I can feel it here, but I don't feel anymore. So I know that at this point, this is where my striations end, and that is what my genetic lottery got me with my core. Hopefully you learned something new about abs and genetics, but don't let genetics stop you from training or training hard to become stronger and build an impressive, strong core. How it looks doesn't necessarily mean how strong it is or how strong you are. If you guys enjoyed this video, smash that like, smash that sub. I hope to see you in the next one. Drop your questions in the comments. I want to tell you guys about my coaching website where you can sign up for monthly programs, whether you want to do it in the gym or at home, with videos and walkthroughs on everything. Check it out. I wanted to make it as affordable as possible for the most people as I could. So a lot of programs out there are like 50, 100, 200, whatever for coaching. This is way less than that. I tried to make it affordable for everyone. The amount of value that you guys get out of it, the amount of work that I put into it, that my team keeps putting into updating everything monthly, you will not be disappointed. See you there.